Yeah. Way up.
What a day, you guys. It's way up.
Yeah.
I'm here. Maynard's here.
New Maynard.
Yeah.
Donnell Rollins.
Something's got a hold on me lately.
I'm rich.
And I don't know myself.
He didn't say it. Relax.
Anymore.
Everybody
Yeah.
calm down.
Feels
Yeah.
like the world is all
So,
closing
great
in.
morning. I like this. I like when we starting. I like it. Hey.
Listen, y'all, I'm a mess. I was trying to drive to work today, and
You did it, though.
my phone is ringing.
You succeeded.
Yes.
In
So
one piece.
because it's raining, I tried to park in a parking spot, a garage closer to the job.
Right.
When I tell you, it just took me like an hour and a half to get here because of that.
Yeah.
You dress like summertime, though. Don't feel like it's raining with the outfit.
It is
No
summertime,
disrespect,
Donnell.
But it's still, the weather is inclement. Is that the right word?
It's,
Inclement.
it can be warm and raining.
Okay. You look
No,
like
but it's
sunshine.
not that warm,
you.
though.
It is. All right. Well, it's also a Wednesday, so that means it's a Wealth Wednesday. And we have an exciting Mastercard roundtable for you guys today, a priceless conversation with Salah Goss from Mastercard, also Samantha Tweedy and Rachel Rogers. You're going to absolutely love this conversation. Also, Stacey Tisdale will be here with Michelle Anthony talking about government contracts. Yes, Donna, I'd like
Will
that you
there
raise your
be
hands.
any time for me to talk about Project 2025?
Yes.
Because a lot of people
I didn't
think
know you were for that.
I'm not for it. I'm against it, but a lot of people don't
know what it is.
The last time I said it, somebody said, yeah, I'm going to play that number in the lottery, and that's not what it is.
All right, well, we'll talk about all of that, but let's start with some love and positivity. Let's shine a light. 800-292-5150. Call us up. Let's spread love.
I'ma shine. I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
All right, it's way up. I'm here, and Maynard's here. New Maynard. Donnell Rollins is here.
I'm rich, bitch.
Yeah, we got to. Anyway, today we want to shine a light on our very own producer, Dan. Now, Dan was out handling some business, but he could not wait to get back to work, which is great. And even though.
Do you know how disrespectful Dan was today?
It's fine. He put you in a little chair and he didn't give you headphones, but that's fine.
The little chair
It
did
was
have
worse
your
than
name on
that,
it, though.
because you were dealing with your parking issues. He said, you know what, we got to do something. He said we should go live without her.
Why are you trying to ruin this shining a light on Dan? But you know what is great about being out of work? People realize what you actually do. Some people might be like, whatever. But when Dan wasn't here, when I tell you, Navy, who runs the boards, was...
What happened with Navy? Navy didn't do good? Wow.
He was fine.
I was here.
But it also makes you realize how hard that
how
job is.
How important Dan is.
Everybody in sales, everybody was like, what do we do? What do we do?
It was different, though, while you was gone, though, Dan.
Yeah, so thanks, Dan, for coming back to work.
You should have asked for a
it.
raise when you came back, son.
He will.
All right.
Thanks, Donnell, for advocating. All right, well, who do you guys want to shine a light on? 800-292-5150. Julian, who do you want to shine a light on?
I have two groups. I have my children and my grandchildren and my cousin.
Okay, the whole family.
Well, my cousin came to visit and she broke her neck.
Ooh.
And now she's almost 100% back.
Okay, that's amazing because that's scary. Breaking your neck?
Yeah.
That's a blessing. Shout out to her.
God is good.
Okay, who else do you want to shine a light on? The kids and the grandkids?
Yes, I have 12 children and 25 grandchildren.
Oh, my God, slow down. 12 children? You were busy.
I have 8 daughters and 4 sons.
8 daughters and 4 sons. And how many moms? Just one?
I have 2 baby mamas.
All right. Well, listen, nothing like a nice big family and 25 grandchildren. Christmas is expensive.
So far.
All right. Well, shout out to you. What a nice, beautiful thing to have.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you for your accomplishments.
Ah, thank you. Well, this is about you today, though.
Okay. Thank you. Much blessings to you. And your crew. I love y'all. I listen to you every day.
All right. Well, that was Shine a Light, 800-292-5150 if you couldn't get through. And when we come back, we have your Yeetie. We'll talk about Kai Cenat and why he does not want to be part of any type of political campaign. We'll tell you what he had to say when he was contacted by the Secret Service.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip.
Talk to me.
Angela's spilling that yee tea.
Talk to 'em.
All right. It's way up. I'm here. Mayno's here.
New
Good morning.
Donnell Rollins is here.
Lotioned up fully.
Yeah, you do
Not
look
ashy
moist.
no more. Went from ashy to classy.
Ashford Lawrence is in
All right, well, let's get into some Yeetie. Now, Kai Cenat recently was talking on a stream about the Secret Service contacting him and trying to get him to stream with Kamala Harris. Here is what he had to say.
I got the Secret Service calling me 5 times.
keep it a stack. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I don't give a
And he also said a woman that he has liked for a long time contacted him saying, we need you to be a part of this campaign. And he just doesn't want to get involved with politics.
But he don't have to be involved with politics to understand what's right and wrong. And the reason why I say that, you know, Republicans are running on multiple platforms, but one particularly Project 25, right?
2025.
Okay, 2025. Damn, I knew I played the wrong number. And like a lot of people that I know, we had talked about this off the record, Yee, that people don't even know what that project involves. It's definitely taking away a lot of freedoms. It's taking away a lot of liberties that we have been exposed to and have been able to take advantage of. So if you are a person that's not into politics, you have to understand how Project 2025 would affect you, your community, and your family.
And it's interesting because Donald Trump has said that he has nothing to do with it. He's not involved. But at least 6 of his former cabinet secretaries helped write the document, and 140 of his ex-staff members joined the effort as well.
Yeah,
so
when I first read it, I didn't really know what it was. When I started reading,
it's 920 pages.
But I started getting nervous for America because when you look at some or listen to or read some of the biggest bullet points, it's all something to do with taking away your freedoms to make choices on your own.
Right, like certain things they wanted to get rid of is like Head Start, like that program.
No, you can't do that. Mano.
Hey, I was in Head Start. I'm a Head Start baby.
You are? Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that would be a very negative thing.
My mother was a chapter president in Alexandria for Head Start for like 20, 25 years. And I seen some single parents that come up that if it wasn't for Head Start, their kids would have not had a Head Start.
All right, also regulations on contraception and life-saving reproductive care. So they want to remove emergency contraception from no-cost coverage. And, make it a lot harder for women to have access to get abortions and things like that. So
they don't want abortions at all.
No, they do not.
Under no circumstances.
Under no circumstances. But also not even emergency contraception. So you're not even pregnant yet. Right, but they want to limit people having access to that. And then they don't want to give you Head Start. So I want you to have these babies, but I don't want to help you.
But
it's not even like a plan B.
Nope.
I do agree that there are some women out here and men that are irresponsible and sometimes use the option of having an abortion just because they made a mistake or a bad choice. I think people need to be more responsible with the choices they make. But when it comes to like in any circumstances, no. Like if somebody, if I'm not mistaken, in the case of incest, they don't want you to be able to have an abortion. In the case of rape, they don't want you to have an abortion. And that's where I definitely draw the line.
It's also regulating women's bodies. That's the main thing.
Right.
You should be able to make your own choices.
Regulating women's bodies.
Okay, so anyway, let's move on from that. When we come back, we have About Last Night. That's where we discuss what we did last night. That was your UT.
I don't want to talk about what I did last night.
Yeah, I feel like we don't. You didn't do nothing. All right, it's way up.
So, about last night. Here's how it went down.
All right, it's way up. I'm here. Mano's here. Donnell Rollins popped in.
Yes.
Because he's got a show tonight.
And I'm excited about it. You know my history in Brooklyn. I used to do some of the nicest rooms in Brooklyn. I'm coming back one night at 275 Park, Laughaholics
We was just
Club.
over there.
We were just there to see Tony Rock.
And Tony Rock is one of my favorite comics to watch. But it's one night today at 8 o'clock. You can go to any of my social platforms. You can get tickets, but it's only one night. I came here to do some other business.
You're doing your one night only?
Yeah, one night only.
That's what the strippers do when they do like different appearances.
I retired stripping. I used to be a stripper a long time ago. They tip me with quarters.
For a short time, not a long time.
That's Ray DeJohn's club. I actually brought Donnell there one time and he did a surprise pop-up and killed it.
It was a good time.
It's nice that you're
it's a nice reunion. I've been part of Brooklyn culture, especially with comedy, for years. And I was excited about coming back. Ray DeJohn did a great thing for himself by building his brand, and especially bringing some good comics to Brooklyn. So tonight, 275 Park, Laughaholics. I'm bringing the heat. I'm up with my good friend. It's like a reunion of Brooklyn Mike. We're going to tear it down.
All right. What'd you do last night, though? Because you said you had something.
I was responsible. My son is in town. Right?
I know. That's why I know you didn't do anything.
I thought about, because I have my uncle with me that always holds me down with my son. And I was like, I want to turn up. I was like, you know what a turn up is going to be? Going to get my son, his cousin, some pizzas and chill with him for the rest of the night. So that's the level of Donnell.
Okay, Daddy Donnell. Daddy Donnell.
I'm rich, but I'm turning up tonight, son. You be all right.
I'll be there. What about you, Mano? What'd you do last night?
I had to do a community event at the Restoration in Bed-Stuy. We got that.
Come to that, son.
Yeah, we know we got
that
that Mano Day coming up August 16th. So I stopped over there.
Why didn't you invite me?
I didn't know what it was going to be like.
I
But
could walk
you
there from my
definitely
house.
invited to Mano Day, August 16th, Marcy Avenue between Greene and Lafayette. And then I had a dinner with the crew from from that series Gravesend. Mm-hmm. And then I went to the studio, so I was up till about 5 this morning.
Okay, and here you are looking fresh.
Let's get it.
I was
Absolutely.
invited to that. I'm mad I didn't come.
Yeah,
man.
it was good.
Well, I'll be outside.
I got there late, but it's all right.
I'll be outside
You
tonight.
did the presidential wave?
Yeah, definitely.
It's been raining so much that I've been, not.
Man,
But
that's the weather won't keep you home.
I was actually at Dumbo House yesterday with my girl Gigi.
Yeah.
And with Jordy Jor. Jordy Jor guest
my
host
spot.
up here sometimes. So we left from the show and went over there. So
Dumbo
that's
House.
all I did. We had some nice lip service conversations for my podcast, which is out right now. Comes out on Tuesdays. And, we're trying to figure out some things moving forward. I think whatever you have going on, you always have to figure out. Donnell, you rebranded your podcast.
Yes.
You've relaunched it like 5 times.
Yeah, but this is the one. But I'm starting off all wrong because I got a lawsuit against Disney and Pixar and RZA from Wu-Tang Clan.
Sounds good. I hope you win.
I'm going to win.
You one of those.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one of them. I'm
Lawsuit
getting the
suit.
jail lawyer to represent me.
Yeah,
One of those.
Yeah, jailhouse lawyer.
No, but I try to explain to you. You made some sense.
I'm trying to make some. I'm trying to help
All
you,
right,
my
we'll
dog.
talk about it,
All
guys. And Teray is here, so when Donnell gets out of here, Teray's gonna
That sound like
step
kicked
in.
out. That sound like kicked
All right. Well, anyway, it is Way Up. That was about last night. When we come back, it's time to tell us a secret.
Yeah.
I hope y'all are ready for this. It's a no judgment zone.
Right.
I feel like it's gonna be a mess today.
Right.
But 800-292-5150. Call us up. Tell us a secret. We're not gonna judge you at all. You get to remain anonymous, but tell us your secret. I know these guys up here have some crazy secrets. I know Teray has some crazy secrets, but her mom is in the room, so she's not gonna tell them. But
She can step out. She can step out.
800-292-5150. Call us up and tell us a secret. This is the time to do it. It's Way Up.
Way up. Shh. This is a judgment-free zone. Tell us a secret.
It's Way Up. I'm here. Mano's here.
Yes, I am.
Donnell is here.
Yes, I
Donnell
am.
Rawlings.
Oh man, you're really nice to me today.
What? I'm
That
always
must be
nice
what-
to you.
No, you're not.
Donnell, stop it.
A smile in your face.
Okay, all right.
Was that a double entendre?
No, you don't know. Stop using the word. I know you just learned this phrase.
Double entendre.
Stop using that for every. It has nothing to do with anything.
All right, I'm Riz.
But I tell you what
No
is
cap.
happening right now.
I'm Riz.
A double entendre of being anonymous and no judgment. Okay, we're not going to judge any of these callers who are calling in right now to tell us a secret.
No, we're not. We're just going to talk to him.
Yeah, we're just going to talk to them. We're going to encourage
Have some
them.
understanding.
Sometimes you have secrets that weigh you down. So we're going to help people get rid of that burden that's on their back of a secret. 800-292-5150. I feel like this is a safe space. So anonymous caller, tell us your secret.
Yeah, so at Florida State freshman year, I was mad at my roommate, and his older sister was a senior, and her on his bed.
So you was mad at him, so you knocked off his sister? You think, and then he
People
don't
be
know.
mad. People be mad when you sleep with their sister.
I had a rule with my friends: nobody could take my sister because dudes get drunk and they be like this. You know who had that? Who mouth game was fire, and then we're gonna have a problem if you mention my sister.
But if he don't know, and this is the secret, then how did he pay him back?
Did he know you did it?
He found out like 3 years later from a
Now,
friend.
if you would have pulled a Dante West, that would have been the next level. Don't go for the sister, go for moms.
Yo,
Oh
so
my gosh.
was he upset?
Yeah, he was pretty. He kicked my ass.
Oh, you got your ass
Wait,
beat.
hold on. You got beat up?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
So
That's
you
terrible. Why you let him beat you up?
That's the real tea.
He caught me when I wasn't paying attention.
You that ass and he beat that ass, so everybody even.
But you the real loser in the whole thing though.
How
Like,
bad did he beat you up?
No, I'm not. I got.
Oh my gosh.
all right. I guess it was worth an ass whooping.
Whatever he. Okay. All right. Thank you for calling. I hate that he had to get beat up.
He took his lumps.
And that was the real story.
That was a real story.
Yeah.
Hey, anonymous caller. How are you?
How you doing?
Good. You want to tell us a secret?
I've been married for a little bit, and I still be going out to strip club having sex with strippers.
How much does
Hey.
that cost?
Nothing.
As long as you're using protection, brother.
No, you
right?
do not cheat on your wife.
For sure.
You're using protection?
Why do you think you do that?
Yes,
I'm just
sir.
curious.
I'd say because I be bored a little bit.
So would you be upset if your wife
I knew
found
what you
out
was
and
getting.
and wanted to leave you?
Oh yeah, already.
Do you think about what is your wife doing while you're doing this?
I was about to say the same thing.
She at home.
Yeah.
She at the other strip club.
Okay. All right, sir.
She at home with you, gone for 2 hours. So you picture that, son. Eventually, you can do all the dirt you want, but it's gonna come back and you're gonna have to pay those taxes.
I just want to say, as a
Yeah,
woman,
that's real.
as a woman, whatever you're doing, we're doing it worse.
Right.
All right. Well, thank you.
No problem.
I hate that statement, what you just said.
All right. Well, that was Tell Us a Secret. See, no judgment in the room. Mano even encouraged it.
Nah, that wasn't even right what you said. Y'all do it worse.
Yeah, just think about that every time
I did
you
it on
mess
my
up.
special. I said this girl one time, she said, Donnell, whatever you doing,
Yep,
I was
I
gonna let
remember.
you know I'm doing the same thing. And I was like, oh, you cheating on me? So women with their revenge is horrible. It'll
it's
break
awful.
you down. Yeah.
All right. And we cheat up. Well, that was Tell Us a Secret. 800-292-5150, just in case you couldn't get through. And when we come back, we have your Yeetie. And let's talk about new Drake and Mano. I know
Yeah, I
you
like
have
it.
some.
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah, I like it.
This is what you wanted.
It's only one record I really listen to. It's the one with Thug and Savage.
All right, we'll talk about it. It's Way Up. Yeetie is next.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that yee tea. Come and get the tea.
All right, it's Way Up. I'm here. Mano's here.
Yes, I am.
Donnell Rawlings.
Hey!
And joining us is young Teray, who I've known since she's been a little girl.
Yes.
So have I.
But now she's a 21-year-old, and she's actually doing media, so she's going to sit in once Donnell leaves
No,
us.
she kicked me. She tried to kick me out.
She did.
She did.
I did.
He went to the bathroom, and she sat in his seat.
No, he's
God.
only here because I'm late. Let's keep
Oh,
it
man, I don't want to
because I came in
wow.
late. That's why he's in my seat right now.
All right, well, let's get into this because this is new Drake. 100 gigs for your head tap. It's a content dump that he did. He released this himself on 100gigs.org, and he put it through his newly discovered burner Instagram account, Plot Twist, which he's been updating since last June. Do we all have a burner account?
No. To my like a
fake Finsta?
Yeah, a Finsta, nah.
No?
Yeah.
Do you, Donnell?
I don't.
Teray does?
I don't care enough.
Well, Drake does too.
Definitely
All right. Well, one thing that's on there is the most talked about song that's on there is "It's Up" featuring Young Thug and 21 Savage. Here's
That's
a
what I'm
snippet of
talking
that.
I told the promoter tonight, put me across from their section. We don't play patty cake, they just be letting us in, we don't do the inspection. I can't sleep at night with Thug at Cobb County Corrections. I think he did enough reflecting. I think my brother learned his lesson. It's all just a part of the game. We all got a row of protection. And just like the judge, the hammers come out for objections. What's up?
All right.
talking
You like
crazy.
that. You like that.
Tell that promoter tonight to put me across from their section. I want to be right across from them.
Mano's
right
been
across.
talking about this for the
Yeah, I
past
like that
2
yeah,
line.
he
That's
likes
the line.
that.
Yeah,
I've
that
witnessed
excites me.
him
Yeah.
doing that. Donna,
Yeah.
have you ever done that?
What?
Put me across from the section.
No,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get in the section. That's why they even put me in there. I'm like, can I come up to this section?
All right. Now here's 21 Savage on "It's Up."
Whole rap cap come out my mouth. Made a couple songs, think he hot now. Hit his ass up, he think he pot now. Broad daylight, he got shot down.
All right, so make a couple songs, think he hot now. Hit his A up, think he Pac now. People thought that this was shots at Kendrick,
I ain't
but
get
21 Savage's manager, Meezy, has denied that it is. He said, absolutely not. This is
Yeah,
not
I ain't get that from that.
no shots. All right, now another thing that happened is Drake was talking about the song Hotline Bling and what was the inspiration behind that song. And here's what he had to say.
Okay, so we used to be in bed together. We just finished and her phone would be blowing up. So I saved her name in my phone as Hotline Bling. And I was looking at it today, I was like, Hotline Bling is a sick name. Like, that should be my artist name.
That was about Rihanna, right? Is that right? No?
I don't know who that was
No?
supposed to
Okay,
be
he didn't
about.
say who it was about. All right, well, in addition to that, he also was talking to his mom about how Too Good was about Serena Williams, and here is that footage.
This is more about me and Serena.
I gathered that.
But I wanted to make a song.
you don't want it to.
Well, it's funny because when I make songs about women, if I'm going to talk about them, I'll at least do them the justice of making them a song that they like. I know Serena very well, and I know that she'll hear it loud and clear, but she'll also not hate me for it because it's lighthearted.
And he also, by the way, with Hotline Bling said he contemplated putting Future on it at one point. That might have been hot. but they wouldn't be performing it together now, I guess. So, and I saw that Guru was responding to Drake's video about collaborating with Jay-Z and giving some more behind the scenes details if you want to dig into that. But the whole timeline is all about this. Drake leaked everything that he has, footage, songs, all of that. So, and there's also, we told you about Drake's burner account. Mm-hmm. So they also dug up a post that was about J. Cole on that burner account from January 29th, 2019. It said, remember when J. Cole got his phone stolen out of his pocket by a fan and they called Jay-Z from it, but he wasn't answering, so they called from their own phone and he picked up? That's all right. It's the way.
I saw that.
Come on.
So that fence has been around for
a long time.
For a long time. Has it always been Drake using it?
I can't answer that, but we know it is his burner account now. All right. So interesting. I'm sure a lot more is going to come out of that. Now, when we come back, we have Under the Radar. And Donnell, you're leaving us.
I'm leaving. Y'all make sure y'all come check me out. 275 Park, Laughaholics tonight. One show in Brooklyn. Go to my website. And also, I'm going to be hitting the streets, not as a campaign dude knocking on doors, but bringing awareness to Project 2025 because we have to stop it.
All right. Well, thank you, Donna. I like how aware you are. You're from D.C., so it makes sense.
From the area.
All right. Well, when we come back, we have Under the Radar, and let's talk about these gifts to HBCUs. Morehouse College got a $20 million anonymous gift. We'll tell you what Bloomberg is doing. Great news. It's way up.
The news. I got news. This is the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
All right, it's way up. I'm here. Mano's here.
Yes,
My girl Teray is here. Teray, 21 years old. Still in school.
Yes.
All right, and she's been asking to actually guest host, so she's been preparing for this, so we appreciate you. Let's get into some Under the Radar. If you need some money, Red Cross is offering Amazon gift cards for blood donations. There's an emergency shortage right now. So is that something you would do? Teray? No.
Teray. Let's go.
I feel like I should say yes, but
no. Okay, that's fine. Be honest. What about, have you ever donated blood?
No.
Mano?
I'll donate
Okay, never mind. Yes, I've donated blood before, though. I don't want to know what you donated. Yeah. Speaking of donations, Michael Bloomberg has committed $600 million. All right, and this is for 4 historically black medical schools through his organization, Bloomberg Philanthropies. That is a huge situation. $175 million each going to Howard University College of Medicine. Also to Morehouse School of Medicine, Charles Drew University of Medicine and Science, and we'll get $75 million. And Xavier University of Louisiana, which is opening a new medical school, will get a $5 million grant. So that is a huge deal. That type of money. And previously, he had also donated money as well to Johns Hopkins. And so I love the work that they're doing, just talking about what we need as far as doctors, and for black people to have access to be able to actually go to medical school.
Right.
Morehouse College got a $20 million anonymous gift to expand academic programs and professorships at the college. It's the only liberal arts institution in the nation dedicated to the education and development of black men. So that contribution is the largest gift ever designated for faculty positions at Morehouse. So that's a big deal. All right. We love to see it. Now, you know, we have the Way Up mix at the top of the hour. Plus, it's a Wealth Wednesday, and we got a double Wealth Wednesday for you guys today. Mastercard, you are going to love this priceless conversation, and we actually are going to give you tangible things that you can do if you're a business owner, if you're scaling your business, if you want to be an entrepreneur. You definitely want to make sure you pay attention. And then we also have Stacey Tisdale, my co-host for Wealth Wednesdays, talking with Michelle Anthony about government contracts, how you can get to the money. That's what it's all about on a Wealth Wednesday. It's Way Up.
Way Up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way Up.
All right, it's Way Up. I'm Angela Yee. Mano's here. Teray is here.
Yes.
Y'all ready for your Yee T? All right, well, let's get into it. Unfortunately, it's over before it even started. Lauryn Hill, she was reuniting with the Fugees. They were doing a 2024 tour, but it has been quietly canceled 3 days before the first date.
Damn.
I know there was no reason that was offered to fans for the cancellation and the refund notices that went out. At least they got their refunds. And they did not immediately respond to requests for comment. I would have went to that. I went to go see the Fugees when they were first out, obviously.
So they don't know why.
Nobody's giving a reason, but you did get your money back. All right.
Okay,
but you know what is awful if you were flying somewhere and making plans to go see,
and you got flights, hotel. Do they
no
recompensate that?
Nope. But you can, I guess, get a credit for your flight, and then hopefully you booked a refundable hotel.
No, we know why.
Why?
Why? Yeah, break it down.
Yeah, break it down.
I'm not even going to say why.
Hear it.
Why.
You're a journalist, baby. Yeah, break it down.
Well, I mean, it's not the first time something involving, Miss
we don't
Hill
know. Okay.
has been canceled.
Okay.
That was a big thing in the fall.
Right.
One of her concerts.
Okay.
Well,
she's a canceller.
We also don't know what the situation is with all of them together as a unit, because it's not like
Definitely
they've
not.
really been doing that. So who knows behind the scenes?
The speculation.
What happened? All right. Well, who knows? Now let's talk about Simone Biles. She's been having this. She's had Michaela Skinner have some shady comments about the team, about the women's gymnastics team, saying they had a lack of talent, a lack of work ethic. And Simone Biles posted the team winning and said, lack of talent, lazy Olympic champions, and she put a heart. Well, since then, Michaela has gone on and apologized for her comments and asked that Simone Biles shut down all of the online bullying that she has been experiencing since she said that. Here's what she said on that video.
The original?
Oh, yeah, here's what she said originally.
But besides Simone, I feel like the talent and the depth just isn't like what it used to be. I just noticed, obviously a lot of girls don't work as hard. The girls just don't have the work ethic.
All right, but clearly they do, because they won. And here is what she had to say, asking Simone Biles to please publicly ask people to stop bullying her online.
Simone's latest post and others that followed it fueled another wave of hateful comments, death threats to me, my family. So to Simone, I am asking you directly to please put a stop to this.
All right. Well, Simone Biles did talk to People magazine, and she said it's important that you have to teach them, as in her teammates, to use their voices, and if not, you're a voice for the voiceless, which is okay. I just felt like it was right in that moment to stand up for them because they're so young and they haven't fully stood in their power yet. So she felt like it was her duty to be able to make sure that her teammates...
It wasn't that serious, though. I feel like...
What?
The original statement that she made.
What, calling them lazy?
I don't feel like she said they were lazy. I feel like she just said they don't work as hard. I mean, it's an opinion.
She used the word lazy.
Okay, well, listen, it was an opinion. It was an opinion. And, I don't think sometimes people are 110% wrong. They're not lazy, obviously, because they're at Olympic level.
It was a little bit shady, though. You have to admit, and that's her former teammate. So it's also like hating from outside the club.
Right.
All right.
Don't do it.
That is your UT. And when we come back, it's a Wealth Wednesday. And we do have my partner, Stacey Tisdale, talking to Michelle Anthony. We're talking about government contracting. She has a fascinating story on how she got to where she got to financially. She's the founder and CEO of Anthony & Associates, Inc. Get ready for that. In the meantime, everybody, Nicki Minaj is way up.
Had a dream of living wealthy, and I don't mind sharing my wealth, dog. Getting you straight financially, mentally, and physically. This is Wealth Wednesday on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it is Wealth Wednesday time. We love that time of the week. And my partner, my co-host, Stacey Tisdale, is here.
Wealth Wednesdays is very thrilled to be shining a light on Black Business Month.
Whoop, whoop.
If you follow Wealth Wednesdays on Instagram, we have the link in our bio. It's blackmoney.com/31 ways, 31 days. And it's impossible almost to get in the rooms where the actual deals are made. Mm-hmm. But every night during the month of August, you are going to be invited into those rooms for live deal making sessions. So again, that's blackmoney.com, 31 ways and 31 days. We want to help you scale.
Okay.
Speaking of scaling,
this person has done it. Michelle Anthony, ladies and gentlemen.
As founder, CEO of Anthony & Associates.
We hear about government contracts all the time and how important that is for people to be able to scale their businesses. And I feel like so many people are like government contracting. But as you can attest to, not a lot of Black businesses actually get these government contracts.
And Michelle has gotten millions and millions of dollars.
Hundreds of millions.
Hundreds of millions of dollars in government contracting.
Dare we say $1 billion?
I'm just going to shut up now. And okay, so tell us how government contracting helped you scale and develop AI into what it is now.
So the government does something that they call market research. So I needed to do market research. So I started researching my competitors, researching what else I could do. I had been awarded the 8A certification. The 8A certification is another socioeconomic certification that the SBA will give minorities. So you have to write a letter now explaining how you've been disadvantaged. I can tell anybody how to write the letter you need to write. But anyway, so the 8A program is a program where they will set aside sole source contracts up to $4 million in value. And so you have to apply and be approved for the 8A. So for me in the 8A program, I received multiple. That's where I got my first $1 million contract 2 months after I moved to Atlanta.
To do what?
Court reporting.
Right now, I'm with Stacey Tisdale, and we are talking to Michelle Anthony about government contracting for this Wealth Wednesday.
When I first started hearing about government contracts, I'm thinking of this is some service that has to be related to government. But the government contracts, they need everything.
Yeah. They do.
They need absolutely everything. So you might not even think that your business is applicable, but there's something out there for you.
How do you know what your bid should be? Because you also don't want to price it too low.
That's a part of your research. Those are strategies that I'm going to start teaching now.
Okay.
And that's called your pricing strategy. One of the things everybody needs to understand, the government is risk averse. You have to have a performance record that the government can trust. When you understand how to leverage that, how to team and how to partner and put together a package that checks all the blocks for them, what you're doing is I'm eliminating your reason to your ability to say no. Listen, government contracting, let me help you out. It is one of those situations where you do this wrong, you're going to either face a hefty fine or jail time. Because this is the federal government, so you can't pull any of that stuff on them. You got to come correct. And if you're willing to come correct, understand that you need someone to teach you what laws to pay attention to. What do you need to make sure you do and don't do in order to get you in trouble? And I want everybody listening to me, as black people, we need to understand and learn how to, whatever we gain, we must maintain it, sustain it, so that whatever we gain, it can outlive us.
All right. Well, thank you so much to Michelle Anthony for joining us for Wealth Wednesday. And when we come back, we have Ask Ye. 800-292-5150 is a number. Call us up. Any question you have, we're here to help you out from all different points of view. From me, from the award-winning advice giver Mano, and from a 21-year-old point of view, is Way Up.
Everybody, whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
You should know.
This is Ask Ye.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here, and the award-winning advice-giving Mano is here. And young Teray, the 21-year-old soon-to-be host, is in the building, and this is something that she's been wanting to do, right? She asked me in advance.
Give me another 2 years. Let me graduate first, and then I'm going to hop on the radio with you.
But right now, we have Talik on the line for Ask Ye. What's up, Talik? What's your question?
How is it today that you're hosting with Angela Lee? How do you feel?
I feel good about it. It's something that I've prayed on. I've been consistent because I remember a few years ago, she was like, I feel like as long as you're consistent and you keep showing up and keep doing what you're doing and you know this is what you want to do, then, eventually I'll definitely mentor you. So I was like, okay. So ever since that moment, I had it in my mind, like, okay, like I have to be consistent with her. I have to show her, like, this is something that I want. And finally, everything in God's timing, because I was at the Sherry Shepherd show, I asked if I could run over to see her because I'm like, I know her. And I ran over there and I was like, can I come to the station? And she was like, yeah, you can. And like, it's just been those moments that I'm here right now.
I'm so proud of you, and you're doing a wonderful job.
Aw, she is. And you know what is great? She also knows Mano, and she had to show Mano. She interviewed him how old were you when you interviewed him?
7, right? You were like 7 or 8?
13?
I was, definitely like 13, 14.
She interviewed Mano when she was 13, and that's how I met her too. Wow. She would show up with her camera and her little recorder and do interviews.
Now she all blowed up.
Wow, that's great. And Angela, I really want to shout you out too for giving her a chance and giving a lot of young ladies a chance to hear their voice on the radio.
Oh, yeah, no, this is what it's all about. And if something like this could make her be like, all right, this is definitely what I want to do, I love the fact that we could be part of that story. And I know that this show and our family of the Way Up gang, which is kind of like the Get Along gang that Mano created, we always support that. And so even for me, the consistency comes with Teray also knowing that she may text me and maybe I don't text her back right away, but she'll just consistently hit me up and be consistent in that way. Because sometimes when people are really busy, it doesn't happen right away. But like she said, it can happen in God's timing. And then I ran into her. She was interning at the Sherry Shepherd show. I was like, oh, this is the young lady that's always doing it. I knew her for sure. She was always that strength of a woman, always in the right places, always I see being very professional, doing her thing, and I appreciate those things.
Oh, thank you.
This is a success story.
It's
touching.
I love you guys.
All right, we love you too.
Love you.
It's a tearjerker.
Thank
Okay,
you.
bye.
That was nice.
Bye.
All right, well, that was Ask Yee. 800-292-5150 is a number. We appreciate that call. Just for you guys who are listening that have a dream or something that you want to pursue, that was just nice to hear. You know, you like that, Mano?
Really was.
Mano.
It was just so touching and tearjerker.
Mano, we're going to stay in them ladies' DMs till it works out. Okay. And when we come back, you know what time it is. We're talking to Mastercard, and I'm so excited for these priceless conversations that we're doing. We have Salah Gus, who is a senior vice president at Mastercard. Also, Samantha Tweedy, who is the CEO of the Black Economic Alliance, and Rachel Rogers. She's the author of We Should All Be Millionaires, but she's also the CEO and founder of Hello 7. You guys will love this conversation with real tangible things that you can do to build and to scale your business. All right, it's Way Up.
Had a dream of living wealthy, and I don't mind sharing my wealth, dog. Getting you straight financially, mentally, and physically. This is Wealth Wednesday on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up, guys? I'm Angela Yee from Way Up with Angela Yee, and I am so excited today to start these priceless conversations. We are actually going to be giving you the tools that you need to talk about demystifying Black wealth. And there is nobody better for these conversations than who we have here today. So we'll start with Rachel Rogers. Now, Rachel Rogers is the CEO of Hello 7, but also a business coach and also a national best-selling author. We should all be millionaires.
Yes.
All right. So give us some background information, Rachel, on how you got to where you are.
Yes. Well, I grew up low income in Queens here in New York, and I just watched my parents struggle, and I didn't want to struggle that same way. So I was very focused on finding a way to get myself out and build wealth. And now that I've done that, what I do at Hello 7 is teach others how to do the same, how they can use entrepreneurship to build wealth.
All right, and then Samantha Tweedy is joining us. You guys, by the way, all look amazing. I just have to put that out here first and foremost. But you're the CEO of the Black Economic Alliance, and you have quite a background when it comes to finance and this type of work. So can you just give us some information on the Black Economic Alliance Foundation and what you do?
Absolutely. It is good to be here. I'm the CEO of a coalition of Black business leaders who came together really with one single focus. How do we make sure that we can advance Black work, wages, and wealth? And do so by leveraging partnerships across government and philanthropy.
Salah Gus is here with us, and you are the Senior Vice President of Mastercard, but also a financial inclusion expert. So can you just give us some information on what all of this means?
Thank you. And this is part of a series for a program in solidarity. Mastercard has a long history of inclusion. So In Solidarity started in 2020. We jumped on the opportunity to address the wealth gap in the U.S. for Black Americans. From the beginning, when we IPO'd in 2006, we started the Mastercard Foundation. 2015, we made a pledge with the World Bank to include 500 million people in the economy. We're now up to the pledge of 1 billion. We have commitments for entrepreneurs, for women. And so how can you think about inclusive growth in the US if you don't focus on equity? So In Solidarity, and you'll hear it here in the series through the series we're doing, focuses on small business and entrepreneurship. It focuses on financial health and wealth, as this conversation is on. And then we picked 7 cities where we knew that we could have an impact and kind of go deep.
Right now, it is Priceless Conversations with Mastercard. Samantha, let's start with you. Based on the Black Economic Alliance, I'm going to just say BEA.
There you go.
Moving forward. But based on research, what is the true cost of the wealth gap, particularly for the Black community?
Yeah. So I think there's 2 ways to look at this. We have to look at the numbers, right? Because as Black Americans, we are still on the losing end of a 6-to-1 racial wealth gap. And that is very meaningful in terms of Black families, Black children's ability to thrive. But at the same time, we have to think about what wealth really means, right? So many folks, when you talk about wealth, they start picturing lavish vacation homes and yachts, right? Nothing wrong with that. But the definition of wealth is simply owning more than you owe. Okay. And we have to think about the fact that we need to be at a place in this country where that is no longer the exception, but the norm for Black folks. And what we know is that when you get at this question of the true cost, owning more than you owe isn't just about what's in your pocketbook or your bank account or what you're passing down to your kids. It's about the freedom that comes with that autonomy to make those own choices about your life. And so at the end of the day, wealth is about power. So one of the things that we've been able to do with the partnership of Mastercard as one of the very early investors in the program was to build something called the Center for Black Entrepreneurship. Okay. A concrete driver of actual solutions that are building wealth for Black folks today. So the CBE is a partnership with Morehouse and Spelman colleges, and it's focused on training and creating an ecosystem of support for the next generation of Black HBCU entrepreneurs. So we're providing the kind of curriculum and co-curriculars, mentors, access to capital, and then we've built a venture fund connected to it that's actually directing that capital into the hands of those business leaders as they are coming out of those HBCUs. And as we as BEA think about it, what we know is that those solutions are on the ground making meaning for students now, right? We're also able to leverage all those learnings and go and take them and advocate from a policy perspective. So we're seeing those solutions move from Wall Street to Washington, boardrooms to state houses across the country.
We are very committed to inclusive innovation. What does that mean? That means tech, all the emerging tech, all the buzzwords you hear. So AI, Web3, all of those things have to have diversity of people actually leading them. And we know that when different communities touch tech and innovation, you solve problems you wouldn't solve before, right? We all know the stats about how diverse companies are more successful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Diverse leaders lead differently.
That's right.
And so just keep hammering on this idea that we are investing in the future we all want to see. And these investments today will pay off later, but we have to keep doing it with the mindset of this benefits all of us.
All right, it's Priceless Conversations with Mastercard. We have more with Seale Goss, Samantha Tweedy, and Rachel Rogers when we come back.
Had a dream of living wealthy, and I don't mind sharing my wealth, dog. Getting you straight financially, mentally, and physically. This is Wealth Wednesday on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and I'm so excited for this first installment of Priceless Conversations with Mastercard. We have Seale Goss, who is the Senior Vice President at Mastercard, Samantha Tweedy, who is the CEO of the Black Economic Alliance, and also Rachel Rogers, who is the founder and CEO of Hello 7, but also the best-selling author of We Should All Be Millionaires. Now, Rachel, let's get to you. And the mission of your company, Hello 7, is to teach historically excluded groups how to end the cycle of financial stress and also how to build generational wealth. What strategies can you share on how to build it within the Black community?
Yes. I believe that entrepreneurship is going to be the great equalizer. This is how we're going to close the wealth gap. And so how do we get more people becoming entrepreneurs, even if they have no access to capital, which is the situation, especially for most Black people? So what we do at Hello 7 is we assume that the entrepreneurs that are coming to us have no network. They have no capital to start with. So where do you start when you have zero? So what we teach them how to do is exactly what I did, because this is my journey as well, is what skills and natural talents do I already have, and how can I use those skills to create a company? So we help them build a service business, and then they can take the money from that service business and use that to build products or to build tech if that's what they want to do. That's how we do it. We have a 12-month program, and our goal is to get them to 7 figures, $1 million in annual revenue. I see myself as a community builder, and that's what we do at Hello 7. So we have a community of thousands of entrepreneurs, and I explain to them, like, we actually have a directory that we've created where we're like, what are your skill sets? Who do you know? What are your offers, right? So that they can hire each other, so that if they're looking for a lawyer or an accountant or a graphic designer or whatever for their business, they're first going to the community to say, let me hire another Black woman. Let me hire another woman of color, right? To support my company. And then the other piece to it that is so incredibly important is just having someone to cheer you on. We need to be able to say, I'm having a rough day. I just lost a big client. I don't know what I'm going to do. Where everybody's like, I'm going to intro you to this person. I got you. Let's get on the phone, right? Like, and you have a cheer squad immediately available 24/7.
Right now, it is Priceless Conversations with Mastercard. So let's talk about In Solidarity. There's different programs for different needs as well. So let's discuss some of what can happen.
So we have a program called Start Path. And it's for entrepreneurs. And the secret sauce to ours, there's a lot of like startup programs, incubator, is that once you get through, you should have a commercial agreement with Mastercard or one of our partners.
Oh, wow.
And that's like game changer.
That's
right?
amazing.
For
Right.
Absolutely.
Startups.
Yeah. And we're big and we could be challenging to work with for smaller companies. So this is like someone holding their hand.
Yes.
And so when we started in Solidarity, we started this for underrepresented founders. We made it a little earlier because we know angel capital doesn't function the same way. And a little bit of hand holding through every Start Path program is. And to me, that's a great example because it meets the moment and the need. We know that entrepreneurs and funders, especially in tech and fintech, underrepresented, don't get the funding, don't get the resources they need. We have those resources, so we expose them to all sorts of technical tools. So we were able to take a program we had, meet the need in terms of the population we're focused on, but we also win too because the fintechs make us smarter. They help us with those commercial deals we talked about. Those are services we can now offer we couldn't offer
That's
before.
right.
Maybe we don't have to acquire another company. And it puts us on the forward kind of front row of emerging technology. So I always use that example.
So win-win-win.
Like inside,
Yeah,
right,
that is
that's what
right.
it is. It's our assets, it's our award-winning program, it's our technology, but it's also these amazing entrepreneurs who maybe wouldn't have gotten a shot otherwise.
Yes.
And I love giving people resources. So if you go on my LinkedIn page, I actually have a post about small business resources and then also just resources in terms of economic mobility. Just search Salagos. I think I have a red shirt on, smiling. But some that I'll mention here, one is Digital Doors. And so we have a program inside Mastercard where you can get on, you can set up a business, you can get cybersecurity. A lot of people don't realize how many attacks there are. I'll also say Strive USA is our small business program in general, Mastercard. Go on the website, you can get resources also. And then don't discount your local partners. Like we've said local, but local is so important. So if you go on In Solidarity, if you just search In Solidarity on the Mastercard website, we have all of our local partners listed. There are people like Samantha, like the New Orleans Business Alliance, like Dr. Key in Atlanta, Operation Hope, etc. Those organizations have a lot of good resources also.
But this was definitely a priceless conversation. Honestly, I had a great time. I feel like I'm forever a student, and I always say that. But also reaching out to, and that's why I love that we were able to sit down and have this priceless conversation in solidarity with Mastercard. Thank you so much for bringing us together as well, Salah. This is amazing for
Thank you guys
our
for being
audience.
here. This conversation, I'm like, do we have to stop?
I know.
Great.
Oh, we're going to
Thank
keep
you
it
guys.
going.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much to Salah, Samantha Tweedy, and Rachel Rogers. You can watch that full interview on my YouTube channel, Way Up With Yee. And we'll be continuing these priceless conversations. I can't wait for you guys to see what we have next. And when we come back, of course, you have the last word.
Got the phone. Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard. What the word is. Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Mano's
Yes,
here.
I am, baby.
Teray, you guest hosted for the first time ever.
Yes, it won't be the last.
All right. Well, again, thank you so much to everybody who joined us for Wealth Wednesday. That would be Michelle Anthony and, of course, my partner, Stacey Tisdale, but also our priceless conversations with Mastercard with the Senior Vice President, Salagos, Samantha Tweedy, who's the CEO of Black Economic Alliance, and Rachel Rogers, who's the CEO and founder of Hello 7. You guys are going to love these conversations. It's one of the first of many. It feels like a Friday for some reason, but I'll be at Tatiana's tonight. Shout out to my girl Ingrid Best from I Best Wines. We're celebrating her gold medal winning wine, I Best Wines, and of course I'll talk about it tomorrow. And I'm gonna go see Donnell Rawlings as well. Also, if you're going to the Ice Spice show in New York, that location has been changed to Terminal 5. And if you are in the D in Detroit, Kamala Harris is having her first presidential rally in Michigan featuring her vice president running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. So this is all part of the Kamala Walz Swing State Tour with visits in Philly, Western Wisconsin, Detroit, Raleigh, North Carolina, Savannah, Georgia, Phoenix, and Vegas. And this is going to be Michigan's biggest rally to date. More than 50,000 people RSVP'd, so they actually had to move the venue to an airport hangar to try and fit everybody, just so y'all know what's going down. Shout out to Chris Carson and Bushman, who are going to be hosting this event. Shout out to JLB, and of course, you guys have the last word.
So my secret is I slept with my sister. We went out for my girl's birthday, then going home, I dropped her off home, then I went to go drop her sister off home. And one thing led to the next, and then I ended up getting with my sister's, or with my girlfriend's sister.
Going way up with Angela Yee.